Money is a grand illusion. A promise carved in paper, shattered by reality. Welcome to the ultimate arena of economic survival. This is the 24-year war against hyperinflation. The dawn of a new century triggers an absolute monetary meltdown. In the year 2000, look at the staggering peak of the chart. The Democratic Republic of Congo completely explodes at over 513%. The brutal Second Congo War tears the nation apart. The government prints mountains of cash to fund its military, incinerating its own currency. As the years roll into 2002, the gears shift violently. Angola accelerates to capture the absolute crown of inflation. Decades of continuous civil war have completely destroyed its domestic production, leaving the nation fully dependent on hyperinflated imports. Far below this burning horizon, Vietnam quietly anchors its economy. A baseline of absolute discipline while empires tremble. The year 2004 brings a shocking new challenger to the peak. The Dominican Republic surges out of nowhere to seize the top one crown. A colossal banking fraud scandal cracks the foundation of the state. The central bank prints astronomical amounts of money to bail out corrupt elites. By 2005, the battlefield turns completely upside down as Iraq ascends to the absolute top. The aftermath of the 2003 invasion leaves the nation's infrastructure in total ruins. Sectarian violence and broken supply chains trigger massive shortages of basic goods. The wind changes direction violently in 2007 as Myanmar surges to the absolute top. The military junta's catastrophic economic mismanagement reaches its boiling point. A sudden, overnight removal of fuel subsidies ignites a price explosion. The year 2008 brings the great global financial crash. But on your screen, Ethiopia ignites from a different disaster, claiming top one. A catastrophic, historic drought cripples agricultural production. Food prices skyrocket beyond control while aggressive government spending worsens the fire. By 2010, the crown belongs to Venezuela, a dark sign of the decade to come. Strict price controls and aggressive nationalization under Hugo Chavez begin to paralyze private businesses. The year 2011 shifts the crisis back to Eastern Europe as Belarus explodes past 53%. To win an election, the regime forcefully hikes government wages by printing unbacked currency, triggering a massive balance of payments crisis. Then, the true rise of the hypermonsters begins. By 2014, Venezuela breaks away from the world, soaring above 60%. Global oil prices crash, destroying Venezuela's only source of dollar revenue. The government responds by turning the central bank money printer to maximum speed. Look at the scale of the chart in 2015. Venezuela completely shatters the metric, crossing a monstrous 121%. A total systemic collapse of price and currency controls leaves the market in absolute ruin. The year 2016 brings absolute madness to the screen. South Sudan eclipses everything, hitting a staggering 380% at top one. A brutal civil war completely halts the nation's vital oil production. With zero revenue, the government finances its military budget by printing endless paper money. Throughout this global tempest, Vietnam remains an untouchable safe harbor. A masterclass in economic stability, defying the gravitational pull of collapse. By 2018, a sleeping giant awakens as Argentina violently enters the top ranks. In 2019, a historic economic disaster unfolds on your screen. Zimbabwe blasts through the atmosphere at an insane 255% to take top one. The government abruptly abandons the US dollar peg and brings back a weak local currency. Public trust is zero, and the new currency collapses instantly. As a global pandemic locks down humanity in 2020, Zimbabwe hits a catastrophic 557%. Unchecked cash printing to cover government debts completely wipes out savings nationwide. By 2021, Sudan takes the absolute crown of inflation at over 359%. A violent military coup freezes billions of dollars in foreign aid overnight. forcing the state to lift basic subsidies on wheat and fuel while printing money to survive. The year 2022 brings a global energy and food inferno. Lebanon claims the undisputed title of the world's most inflated currency. Its entire commercial banking system, built like a massive state Ponzi scheme, completely implodes. The local pound loses over 90% of its value on the black market. Finally, look at the absolute climax in the year 2024. Argentina completely conquers the chart, sitting alone at the peak of destruction. Decades of massive fiscal deficits force a radical economic shift. The new government deploys aggressive shock therapy, devaluing the currency by over 50% overnight. Prices explode temporarily as the system attempts to heal. The global landscape is scarred, wealth has been permanently rewritten. But inflation is merely the first horseman of economic doom. When a nation's currency burns into ash, how do empires survive? They deploy their ultimate hidden weapon. A colossal fortress of gold and foreign cash buried deep inside secret vaults. The ultimate measure of true geopolitical power. Who holds the world's largest emergency reserve when the next global crash hits? The answer will completely shatter your perception of global dominance. Subscribe to Data Race 360 right now. Turn on your notifications. And prepare your mind for our next explosive episode. Topic 005, the foreign exchange reserves of the world's ultimate superpowers. You are not ready for what comes next.